Hey guys, it's Tess from #J360. I'm doing my final web video on the changing of our perception according to social media, about how it changes our perception. We use social media as a way to get news, communicate with friends, meet new people, but has social media changed our perception of the world? Or has it changed anything that's going on in our head? I read up on how social media has changed our perception in a positive and negative way. And according to Forbes, it's changed us in a positive way. Well, it hasn't really changed us, but changed how we communicate and look to future job seekers and someone who wants to invest in our business if we have one. According to Carrie Kerpen of Forbes, in her article, How Social Media Has Changed Us, Carrie Kerpen says, without questioning, social media has had a profound impact on the concept of a personal brand, and our lives have become increasingly more public. She also says, although it's true that you can't hide behind a screen, you can choose what and where to post. Some find that the more open and authentic you are, the better. And then she says the story of Anita Rossner, who was a blogger, and she gained the confidence in relaunching her acting career, and she decided that she needed to get real about the process. And she said that she ditched posting the best of myself and now posts photos that are very authentic, even when I'm made to look awful, but that's the part of the job, and I've noticed a lot more hits on my podcast as a result. And then the last quote I'm going to use from the Forbes, How Social Media Changed Our Perception. Carrie Friedman said that she posts things that will show off the best version of herself, and I know that when I see others through my feeds, they're likely doing the same. You shouldn't feel less confident or proud in your own accomplishments based on what you see others post. Remember, if you're not sharing your whole self on social media, others likely aren't either. So pretty much she's saying that it has changed us in a way that we are more fake on social media, but to be more authentic would actually help our brand, especially for PR majors that, for example, I know that I like Aerie, which is an underwear brand from American Eagle. I like to buy their stuff because they don't use Photoshop and they're more real about their products, whereas Victoria's Secret is, they use Photoshop. Everyone is made to look super, super, super skinny, and it's just, I like to see brands have a certain thing that makes them feel more authentic for me personally. So the next article I'm going to be doing is from Unwritten, readunwritten.com, and it was posted in 2015, and the title of it is Picture Perfect, How Social Media Skews Our Perception of Reality. And it's by Erin Pierce, and she actually does a really good job of telling us that we do live a fake life on social media to prove that we have cooler lives than what we really do because we want to impress other people. So here, Erin Pierce says, according to the survey reported in The Telegraph, 1 in 3 people admitted that their lives are simply too boring without embellishment. So are you honest when it comes to social media posts? Go through your Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook accounts. Think about when and where and what you post on social media. Typically, when you're ranting about some random aspect of life, celebrating your success or a new adventure, or mourning a failure or loss. So rather, the post you make capture a side that isn't necessarily you. So here, she actually talked to law student Thomas White, and he says social media allows us to put on these masks to become someone we're not, which I believe is totally true because we don't really put stuff that is a failure to us so much on social media. We do tend to talk about what we do well, what has happened that's great for us, but it doesn't necessarily talk about stuff that's bad for us. So it makes us, less authentic, like the first article said. So I did my last article from Daily Trust, and it's How is Social Media Affecting Your Perception by Mariam Ruafi. This one actually is pretty much like the last one, where it says that we don't really use social media so much for communicating, but we use it more to show off what we have and what we don't have and try to make ourselves look better to the world. So here she says, honestly, if you were to see my friend in her pictures online and the real her, you won't believe it is actually the same person because she looks like Beyonce on Instagram and Facebook, yet in reality, she's not even close to that. I always tell her that people like her, for instance, if they go missing, it would be difficult to find them, as if she was a young-looking lady. On social media, and the contrary in reality, people should try to accept who they really are. So this article is pretty much saying what every other article has been saying, that we want to look good for the world. We don't like to post what's really happening with us or what's not happening with us because we want the world to see the best us, which, you know, isn't true most of the time. So I personally do believe that that social media has changed our perception on ourselves and on the rest of the world. And so I think it would be better for us to try to go back to our more authentic self, or it'd be better because social media is a necessity now. We use it for almost everything. So I think, you know, we need to try to be more realistic than what we really are. And I think that would help a lot. So thanks for listening to my video. Bye.